Okay, I'm going to do an update. What else would you do on Father's Day, right? Well, actually, we're going to take the kid up, our youngest, to a hockey camp. But anyway, before I had to do that, I wanted to get up early and try to get the rest of this filled. To remind you of the update, I put the new lip on the inside for the bulb seal to go to, and I left a gap about a ½ inch. I couldn't push that lip in towards the car any farther or it was going to hit the roll bar, so I put it as far as I could. I felt like a ½ inch was probably going to be a big enough gap. Put the bulb seal on, and it still flexed the window frame out just a little bit, and that's fine. It wasn't crazy. As Chris alluded, I think in one of his posts, when he closed the door on that, it pushed it out like a ½ inch. So that's why I moved that lip in, and I wanted it cleaner. The original factory 5 lip that the bulb seal goes on, it wasn't really straight. The depth from the outside of the body back to the lip wasn't consistent, and I needed it to be consistent because my window frame is straight because it's straight glass. So anyway, what I ended up doing was, and I'm not sure you can see it, I'll get a piece of it. I'm using this, it's like Luan. It's 1/8 inch thick, and it's kind of like press board, and then it's painted white on one side, and this stuff works sweet for shims. So what I did was, this gap right here is right around 1/8 inch, maybe a little bit bigger. So I wrapped this stuff with packing tape, the clear packing tape, so that nothing sticks to it, and then I put that in that gap, and you can, if you look closely, you can see it right here. And that fills that gap up, and that allows me to lay on the 3M repair filler and get it right flush with the outside. And you kind of like cup the squeegee, and you just follow right along, and it keeps, this tape keeps it from sticking to the aluminum frame too. So I've taped the frame, and you just kind of follow it right down. And obviously I don't want to build here. Let's see if you, yeah, you can see it in the video. I don't want to build this up because this is where my windshield is. So that's kind of my reference, and this is my reference, and I just fill along, fill back here. Because I had to push it out a little farther on this side than I did on the passenger side, in this area it pushed this, in order for the scoop to be somewhat lined up with this outer frame, I had to build this area up some more. So what I did was I used the scoops, and I didn't pull the protective plastic off, and then I also put packing tape on those too. Wrapped it all on the edge and wrapped down so far, and then I built it up first on the back side until it was about where I needed it to be, and then put this in place and taped it and kind of holding it. And then I'm able to fill around there and then fill it flush through here. I'm not sure about on the original cars, but on the factory 5, it's pretty flush through here, and then it starts tapering away to nothing. So you can actually see the edge of this. And right in here, the scoop is actually sunk, and I'm assuming they probably did that on the originals too, to become more aerodynamic. As the air is coming across here, there's no steps, and then the air leaves. Well, in this area, if the air hits, it's either going in here, and it's not gonna stay attached through all of this. So I don't think this is a big deal. Also, it'll help, like if I ever get caught in the rain, if rain gets down in here, it'll want to drain out of here instead of having a ledge here, that dirt and debris and stuff. So this is supposed to be flush, and then it fades to nothing. So it's no longer flush. It would be flush with the back side. So I want to give you a look at that while everything was taped in place, so it makes more sense while I'm explaining it. Now I have to come back and sand this, and then coat it with body filler to get this nice and smooth and the transition good. But I wanted to do the build up with this stuff because it's, man, this stuff it's awesome. It's rock hard, and I don't think you got to worry about it popping. So any heavy building that I've done, I've always used this. Then I'm going to come over to this side, and on this side of the car, for some reason, when you look at it, the frame, the window frame, and I think it's just how the body is on these, the window frame on this side poked out more in this top corner, so there's more filling here, and there wasn't a lot of filling right here. So instead of using the high strength repair, because I didn't have to fill a lot, I actually filled one time with the 3M kind of down through here and got it close. But now, because I don't have to fill a lot, I'm just using regular body filler. And you can see I did the same thing on this side. This is actually taped with packing tape. This is to bridge the gap between here and the frame, so as I'm coming across it with the body filler, it goes on the tape and it doesn't go down. There's actually like a little air gap there. I didn't want the body filler to drop in there. So that gives you an idea on how I went about doing it. And same way on this side, obviously this has to be sanded. This body filler actually is setting up faster than I think it should, and I'm really not mixing that much hardener with it. It might be just because it's kind of hot in the shop. Anyway, so laid it down through here, somewhat flush through here, and then tapering to nothing, so it's no longer flush. This all has to be sanded and recoated. I didn't want to pull it apart and start sanding on it until I showed you guys. So anyway, so same thing on this side. The window frame with the bulb seal in was pushed out, and so I put packing tape on this frame, and if you look closely, if you look closely, there's actually that luan, that 1/8 inch luan right in here too. So I just ran it right along there, and when I get ready to release it, you just kind of wiggle it a little bit, and the packing tape will release from the repair filler. I might use a little more repair filler through this area, probably not here, but through this area and on the driver's side also, to try to give it that. Right now there's not much crown here. I want to give it just a little more radius here, so I have to bend the squeegee just a little bit more as I come through here. And I might use this stuff, or I might just use body filler. I'm not sure yet, but obviously this all has to be sanded before I can do that. But that's it for today. Got to get cleaned up and get inside and get cleaned up so we can take Keegan to a hockey camp. So anyway, I hope everybody has a fantastic Father's Day, and I'll try to post some more videos when I get a few more things done.